Good morning, everybody. How are you? I want to say good morning to Addie, Alfred, Allie, Bennett and Bo, Emma, Everly, and Evie, Gwen and Gwen. We have two Gwens. James, hey, James, sit up. And Jackson, and Jonah, and Jordy, Harper, Kinsley, Kendall, Lacey, Laurel, Layla, Levi, Lucas, Luke. There's a lot of L's. Macy, Maddie, Melissa, Noah, Nora, Raylan, Reagan, Remy, Sadie, Sophia, and Zoe. Wow, what a lot of friends we have.
You forgot Nora.
No, I said Nora.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say good morning, and then you say good morning to me. Ready? Good morning, friends.
Good morning, Oma.
All right. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. You weren't singing. Why weren't you singing?
I was tired.
Oh, you're not that tired.
Listen.
Okay, so I need everybody to give yourself a hug. Put your arms on one side and squeeze. Remember, cough into your elbow.
Oh, sorry.
That's a good time to do this song. If you cough or if you sneeze, catch it in your elbow, please. Cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze. If you cough into your hand, you become a spread-a-germ man.
How?
We're gonna do a video about since today is Science Day. We're gonna do a video about germs, and so you can watch that after you finish this.
Today is...
Okay. The first thing we need to do is our pledges. So everybody stand up and put out your right hand. Yep. And so salute. Okay, look this way. We're going to look up there. I pledge allegiance to the flag, say it, of the United States of America. Everybody can say it. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, let me see who I haven't called on. Levi, did you do that one? What about you, Macy? Did you say it? All right, now let's look at the Christian flag. I pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for his kingdom it stands. One Savior, crucified, risen, and coming again, with life and liberty to all who believe. All right, and you're going to hold the Bible for me, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to sit down because I'm tired.
Well, I don't know why you're so tired. You slept a long time. All right, everybody, put out your right hand and salute. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart, that I might not sin against God. All right, everybody sit down. Sit down. I got your chair now. All right. The Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the word of God, the Bible, Bible. All right.
Now we switch chairs.
Yeah, you sit over there. Okay, so we've said all of our pledges. Let's see. Sophia, do you know what month it is?
Emma?
I think she said it. Did you hear it? I think she said March. All right, it is March. But let's do our months of the year. Ready? January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And here's our
Great job.
Great job. That's right. Now, here's the months. Here's March. Here, can you stop? You're really distracting me. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? A lot of jumping. Everybody stand up, stand up. You guys stand up, stand up. You got to get some exercise, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Whew. What?
I was just doing this.
I know. Next, yeah.
I'm tired.
Okay. So it is March the 24th. But what day of the week is it?
March.
Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. You do seem tired. So why don't you go over there and lay down?
Here?
Nope, over there.
I don't see the video.
Okay. So on Sunday, what do? We go to church. And we've been doing it online. And then yesterday was Monday. And we had PE. So I gave you a couple assignments. Of course, it rained where I was. And so you couldn't run around outside. But you can run around on the porch or up and down the stairs. There's a lot of way to get 4 things done. And today is Tuesday. And that means we're going to have science today. So like I said, there's going to be a video all about germs. Okay. We did that. Oh, we have to do our rules. So everybody, let's curl up into a ball, like my fuzzy socks. And curl up as tight as you can. And we are going to do our rules. Ready? The red rule says to keep your hands to yourself. Your hands to yourself. Your hands to yourself. The red rule says to keep your hands to yourself all day long. All right, stand up. Got to stand up for this one. Up and down. Get some exercise. Get your blood going. Okay, the orange rule says to be quick to obey. Quick to obey. Quick to obey. The orange rule says to be quick to obey all day long. Sit back down. We're going to do the golden rule, so I need a really great smile. The golden rule says be kind to others, kind to others, kind to others. The golden rule says be kind to others all day long. All right, now what do we do? Oh, the green one. Stand up. The green rule says to use your walking feet, walking feet, walking feet. The green rule says to use your walking feet all day long. All right, sit back down. Put your hand on your throat. We're going to do the blue one. The blue rule says to use your inside voice, inside voice, inside voice. The blue rule says to use your inside voice all day long. All right, stand back up and make some big ears. Here we go. The purple rule says to listen well, listen well, listen well. The purple rule says to listen well all day long. Very good. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, 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 great job. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, 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 sit down. Okay. Let's do the weather. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy? Is it sunny out today? It's wet. And I still see clouds. So it rained already and it'll probably rain again. We've gotten a lot of rain, haven't we? But that helps wash out the air and keep it from having a problem. It washes all the pollen out of the air. Have you seen the pollen? Well, it's been kind of rainy, but it's this little, kind of like a dust over everything. It's kind of a green, yellow color. Ugh. Okay, now, yesterday we did the letter F. And so, I wanted you to find some F things. And find starts with F, right? Well, Alfred said for D, he did dictionary. For E, he did elephant. And for F, he did a fish. And Gwen frosted 4 fudge cupcakes. Doesn't that sound yummy? And so today, we're going to do a new letter. And I want you to stand up. And we're going to draw this. Ready? It goes around and over. But most of the time when I do it, I do like a C, and then I do over and down. That's how I do mine. All right, we're going to start right here, kind of like you start with your O's, the circles that we're doing. And we're going to go around and then down with the hook. Oops, that's coming off. And G makes the G, G. It makes a G, and sometimes it makes a J sound. So I don't know why we have one that makes 2 sounds, but we do. And so we have a G. Oh, I love this song. Do you guys remember this when I sang it? It was back in October when we did this. Gus the goat is a goofy garbage man. He gobbles garbage straight from the can. Granny's glasses, garden gloves. Gum and grapes are what he loves. Girls and guys all giggle when he eats the can. Isn't that so silly? That's a lot of G words. There is goofy and garbage, gobbles, Granny's glasses, garden gloves, gum and grapes, guys and girls and giggle. That's crazy. And then at the end, he eats the garbage can. That's so crazy. Let's sing that again. Gus the goat is a goofy garbage man. He gobbles garbage straight from the can. Granny's glasses, garden gloves, gum and grapes are what he loves. Girls and guys all giggle when he eats the can. And you know what? Some of our friends have a G name. Let's see. I have 2 that are named Gwen, but they're different. This is one Gwen. She spells her name G-W-E-N. Gwen. And it's short for Gwendolyn. And then this is a guy. See, I did it in blue. And it's G-W-Y-N-N. And this is a boy. And he was named after a famous baseball player whose last name was Gwen. So we have 2 Gwens. And what else are we going to do? G. Oh, we have to do our number too. Let's see what number it is. It's the letter 5. It's the number 5. All right, so you start here. You go over, down, and make that bump. You can point to it and do it. Ready? Over, down, and around. That's how we're going to make the number 5. You know what? We have 5 fingers on here and on here. So let's sing our finger song. I have 2 hands with 10 fingers. I have 5 on each hand. First there's thumbkin, then there's pointer, and the tall one, middle man. These 3 are special, they are busy, and they love to play. They play with toys and hold a pencil in just the right way. Next is ring man, and there's Pinky. They're the sleepy little ones. They hold a pillow and such stay sleeping while the busy ones have fun. Yes, these 2 don't do as much as the others. Let's see. G, 5. Oh, I think you can still print this out, and we're going to find things that go on here. Now, you can find G things, especially the 5, but you know what Sadie was doing? She was using her dominoes, and so she was counting the dots on the dominoes to put them on here. I thought that was a great idea, don't you? I've got to find some dominoes. So, G, what do we know about? Oh, we forgot to sing our phonics song. That's what it is. Here we go. Apple, ball, cat and doll, egg and fan, goat and hand, inchworm, jam, kite and lamb, monkey, noodle, octopus and poodle, quilt and rail, sun and tail, umbrella, vase. I'm nearly through, see my happy face. Wagon, fox, yarn. Say, do you see a fox? See him in the zoo. It was fun, and now we're through. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna tell you a story before I get into the Bible story. And this one is about a little girl, and her name starts with G. Can you guess what it is? Here she is. See how she has golden hair? This is Goldilocks. And we also have 3 bears. We have the, trying to run away, the daddy bear, the mama bear, and the wee baby bear. Okay? And one day they had breakfast, and Mama made porridge. Now, porridge is kind of like oatmeal. And the father tasted his, and he said, "My porridge is too hot." And Mama Bear said, "My porridge is too hot too." And Baby Bear says, "Yeah, mine's too hot and it burned my tongue. Oh." All right. So they decide to go for a walk. And they go. While they were gone, this little girl is walking through the woods, la 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 la, and she sees the house. And does she knock? No. Does she wait for people to invite her in? Nope. She just goes right in. And she goes in, and she sees the porridge there. So she tastes the Daddy Bear's porridge. She said, "Too hot." And then she tastes Mama Bear's. "Too cold." And then she tastes Baby Bear's. And "Oh, this is just right." And she ate it all up. So then she went into the living room. She's just exploring this house. And she sees 3 chairs. There's a big chair, and she hops on it. "Oh, that's Daddy Bear, and it's too hard." Then she hops down. She hops on the Mama Bear's chair. And it's too soft and wiggly. So then she sits down on the Baby Bear's chair, and she says, "This is just right." But boom, she broke it. It was just in pieces then. Well, she goes upstairs, and she finds 3 beds. So she climbs into the biggest bed, and that was the Daddy Bear's. And she says, "Oh, this is too hard." She jumps down and plops and starts jumping on Mama's bed. And she goes, "No, this is too soft." And then she gets down and she goes to baby bed and she crawls in. She goes, "Oh, this is just right." And she falls asleep. Well, our bear family has gone for a walk, and they're ready to come home and have their breakfast. So they walk in and they see the table. And Dottie said, "Somebody's been eating my porridge." Mama Bear says, "Somebody's been eating my porridge." And Baby Bear says, "Somebody ate my porridge, oh God." There. It's okay. And then they go into the living room and they see the chairs all messed up. And the Daddy Bear says, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." Mama Bear says, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." And Baby Bear says, "Somebody broke my chair." So they go upstairs and they see the 3 beds. These are the bears. And the Daddy Bear says, "Somebody's been sleeping on my bed." Mama Bear says, "Somebody's been jumping, it looks like, on my bed." And Baby Bear said, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and there she is." Well, Goldilocks woke up and saw all the bears standing around her, and she got scared, and she jumps up, and she runs down the stairs, and she runs to the living room and out the door, and she ran all the way home. And I hope after that she never went into anybody's house without being asked. So that is our Goldilocks story, because Goldilocks starts with G. All right. It is time for us to do the Bible story. Where'd it go? Okay, found it. It's a big Bible. I shouldn't be able to lose it. Now, we are still, guess where? Genesis. That's right. Who said Genesis? Good job. All right, so we are in Genesis, and we talked about how the people all started speaking in different languages. Well, they had a lot going on, and they had kids that spoke in their language, and so a lot of people were born. But they were still doing evil. And God says, "All right, I'm going to make a special people, and I'm going to teach them how to be special. And so they can be a nation of priests." And so he goes down to this one man, and his name was Abram. And Abram and his wife's name was Sarai. And so he says, "Abram, I need you to go to a place I'll show you." Wow. What would you do if God told you to go to a place that you don't even know where it is? And he doesn't even know where he's going. So he's packing up, and they say, "Hey, Abram, where are you going?" "I don't know. I'm following God." But he followed God. And God led him out, and he led him to a faraway land. And he was there. And God said, "Abram, go out of your tent. I want you to sit on the hill." So he goes out in his nighttime, and he goes up and he sits on the hill. And he says, "Abram, I'm going to make a great nation out of you. And I'm not going to call your name Abram anymore. It's going to be Abraham, which is like the father of many or the father of nations. And he doesn't have any kids yet. And he's like 90 years old. And he said, Sarai's name is going to be called Sarah, and which means princess. And she was like 80 years old at this time. And then he said, look out, God said, look out at all this land. I'm going to give you everything that you can see. That's a lot of land. And he said, look up at the stars. And Abraham looked up. There were a lot of stars that night. And God said, I'm going to make your descendants like all those stars. You're going to have so many people related to you that it's going to be like the stars. And then he said, and one of those stars is going to be very, very special. He's going to save the world from their sin. Now, we know that that's Jesus, right? But Abraham didn't know that. Okay, you're going to sit over here? Mm-hmm. All right. So, that's the story of Abraham. And, you know, that when he was 90, God told him that. But do you know how long it took for them to have a baby? It was 10 years. So by that time, he was 100 years old. And Sarah was 90. I mean, that's really old. That is super ancient. But they had a little boy, and his name was Isaac, which means laughter. And we're going to talk about Isaac tomorrow. But the story for the day was that Abraham had faith in God, that God would take care of him. And he believed God when God said, I'll give you a son, even if he was old. So we need to trust in God too for whatever he has for us. Okay, so for your assignments, if you're still 2, I want you to color with the big crayons, okay? You want to do a good job coloring. And if you're almost 3 or 3, you're going to do the straight lines, straight down. You're going to start at the green, go down to the red. Start the green, go down to the red. And if you are over 3, if you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then you are going to do the circles. So you're going to start at the green and go around to the red. We're going to make nice, pretty circles. Now you're only going to do 1/2. You're going to do 1/2 today and 1/2 tomorrow. Or if you did some yesterday, then you'll do the bottom half today. So that's what we're going to do. And spot the differences. You guys did really good at spotting the elephant differences. The thing that some people didn't get were the ears were, on the first one, he was pointing out and they were down a little bit more on the second one. But this is one I drew. I drew it on the computer. And you're going to have to find the differences with this fish. I know I should have done something with grapes or gorillas or giraffes, but I didn't. So you can just do this one, and it's with fish. Maybe the fish goes glub, glub, glub. Maybe that starts with G. All right, and you're going to play a game. Now, we can't play this game here because there's only 2 of us, but the game is duck, duck, goose. So if you were sitting in a circle with your family, and then one person would be the goose, and he'd go duck, 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 goose. And he would when he tapped on somebody's head, he would say goose. And then that person would get up and they start running around the circle. And if the person whose head was tapped gets back to his place first, then the goose keeps going. But if the goose gets into his place first, then the new person becomes the goose, and he has to do the duck, duck. And goose starts with G. That is right. So you're going to play that. Oh, I love seeing how Noah and Allie and Jonah and Maddie were all playing Go Fish. You know, Go starts with G, so you can still play Go Fish today. Okay, and we're going to do something different. You know how in the Goldilocks story, there was a little bitty bear, there was a bigger bear, and then this was the biggest bear. Well, we're going to find things that are 3 different sizes. So James has found this for me. I have this Lego that oops, I just broke it. I'm going to put it over here. All right, smaller now. So I have this Lego, which is kind of small.
Okay.
This one is taller, but it's also longer.
Yeah.
And look at this one. This one is really long. So we have, it's kind of small, and well, we're going to say this is big, bigger, biggest. Or this is the longest, this is the longer one, and that's a long one, okay? If you only had two, you would say small and smaller. But if you have three or more, you can say long, longer, and longest on that. And we also have some other ones. Can you hear me, Bun Bun?
Okay. Bun Bun.
Here's Bun Bun. This is Bun Bun. And he's much bigger than those Legos, isn't he? So we're going to say he's big. But, hear me, Big Puppy. All right. Big Puppy. This is Big Puppy. He's bigger, isn't he? He's bigger than Bun Bun, that's for sure. All right, so I'm going to lay Big Puppy down. All right, now hand me O. Now, O is a 7-foot caterpillar. All right? He is the biggest, isn't he? He's making kind of like a rainbow.
He's the biggest stuffy I own.
Yes, he is. So we have Big, and Big Puppy is bigger, and then O is the biggest of all. So I want you guys to find find 3 things that are kind of the same. You could do bowls, kind of like the bears had. Daddy Bear had the biggest bowl, and the mama bears was the middle, and the baby bears was the smallest. So I want you to find 3 things and then put them in order. And you can do this with a lot of different things. Okay. All right, so that's what you're going to do. And you're going to, here, you can do things like gum or grapes, or what else can we do?
Goats.
I don't think I have goats, but if you have toy goats, you can put them on there. But if it was a real one, you know what would happen if we put a real goat on there?
What?
He would eat the paper. Goats eat anything.
Trash cans.
Okay, and for your helper project today, I want you to look around and grab 5 things that are not in where it's supposed to be. So if they're in the living room, you find 5 things of yours that are in the living room and it shouldn't be, I want you to grab those and take them up to your room. And it's best if you put them in the right spot. So don't put your toys in your underwear drawer, and don't put your underwear in your toy box, okay? You put them in the right spot.
And definitely don't put your toys in your underwear.
Yeah, don't put the toys in your underwear either. That is really bad, especially sitting on Legos all day.
Especially if you're wearing them.
All right, so now I'm going to sing the goodbye song. And then after a while, you guys can watch this. And then later, maybe this afternoon, you can watch the science one. It's so cool what I'm doing. All right, so goodbye, Addie. Goodbye, Alfred. Goodbye, Allie. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Bennett. Goodbye, Bo. Goodbye, Emma. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Everly. Goodbye, Evie. Goodbye, Gwen and Gwen. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, James. Goodbye, Jackson. Goodbye, Jonah. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Jordy. Goodbye, Harper. Goodbye, Kinsley. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Kendall. Goodbye, Lacey. Goodbye, Laurel. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Layla. Goodbye, Levi. Goodbye, Lucas. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Luke. Goodbye, Macy. Goodbye, Maddie. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Melissa. Goodbye, Noah. Goodbye, Nora. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Raylan. Goodbye, Reagan. Goodbye, Remy. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, Sadie. Goodbye, Sophia. Goodbye, Zoe. We're glad you came today. Bye.